and good luck. And welcome back to Good Luck with Gino. I'm your host, Gino the Ghost, and you are watching the fastest growing podcast in the world. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure you save it to your device, like, subscribe, and give the show 5 stars on said DSPs. Then you're going to go ahead and send it to a loved one or an arch nemesis. Maybe find some common ground. If you're watching on YouTube, which you should be, and Gengar, why should they be watching on YouTube? Actually, Pikachu may be a better question. Why should they be watching on YouTube? Well, if they were watching on YouTube, they'd see I'm rocking you on my shirt today. Check that out. Yeah. This is a little Gucci Pikachu collab. Very exclusive. Very exclusive. Shout out to Heavy Mellow for gifting me this shirt a long time ago. What a guy. And if you're watching on YouTube, which you should be, you're going to go ahead and hit that like button ever so delicately. But when it comes to subscribing, you're not going to do that delicately. Smash the ever-loving fuck out of that subscribe button. And then you're going to go ahead and grease up that algorithm by leaving a comment. And how do you grease up that algorithm? Well, you dip into the oil well because you're an oil man. This is my son, HW. I've had a lot of people tell me that they've recently watched There Will Be Blood because of this show, and that really warms my heart. And so if you haven't seen There Will Be Blood, then you don't know that reference, but you should, and then that way you can play along with the oil analogy on the show. All right, let's get into the week. First and foremost, and most importantly, the Detroit Lions beat the fuck out of the Cowboys, America's team. Absolutely demolished them. We lost Aiden Hutchinson for the season. Incredibly depressing moment. I couldn't even enjoy the fucking onslaught because my star DN's leg was wrapped around his teammate's leg on live television, and that was mortifying. Fortunately, his career is not over. It's just he's probably done for the year. So very heartbreaking, but we're playing Minnesota this week. We're going to humble Sam Darnold, and let's move on from sports before I lose all my female listeners. And that's not to say that females, don't like football, but yeah. I saw the movie The Wild Robot a couple days ago, and I'm just going to come out and say it. One of the most beautiful films I've ever seen. I cried. Yep. But I didn't cry because I don't cry like that anymore, I'm a grown man. But I did shed a single thug tear. It was a very emotional film, animated film. It's got like a 99 on Rotten Tomatoes. Go see it. Strongly recommend. I went and saw Charli XCX and Troye Sivan at the Forum. What a fucking show. Dude, Charli, oh man, that album, Brat, what a fucking album, huh? She was so sick live. It was a great show. She's unbelievable. And Troy was great too. Let's get into the week. We got so much to fucking talk about. We got the most insane, just the main story is so fucking insane. I can't wait to get to it. But first, we got to talk about this other hilarious story that came across my desk this week. Former Bachelorette star Josh Seitler is going viral this week because he dressed up as a trans woman for 5 months and revealed this week that it was just a social experiment. That's right. He dressed up as a trans woman, and all of 2024 pretty much he's just been, putting out TikToks and in full, in dresses with a full face of makeup as a trans woman, came out as a trans woman. And then he came out in this big fucking podcasting like, this was just a social experiment to stick it to the left and just show people how ridiculous being trans is. Social experiment, eh? Yeah, a social experiment. Yeah, bro was experimenting, all right. This feels more like a soft launch than a social experiment, to be honest. I bet the queer community will accept me if I come out as queer. Yeah, sure. Welcome. Ha! Gotcha! You loving, embracing fucking losers. Gotcha. Yeah, not quite the gotcha that you think it is, because that was the whole thing. He was like, I couldn't believe how much they accepted me, dressing up like a trans woman, and they just welcomed me with open arms. Fucking losers. Yeah. And he apparently has an OnlyFans account catered to the gay bear audience. You know, like the fetish. We're not going to kink shame, right? But you know, he literally has an OnlyFans account, and this I believe predates his trans social experiment. And you know, on this OnlyFans account, he's like doing it all kind of thing, you know, like showing it all, right? Yeah, I mean, bro went deep undercover, you know? I mean, he was really method acting here, it would seem. Move over, Daniel Day-Lewis. There isn't a big enough pause in the world to cover what you did, brother. You can't just, gotcha, your way out of this one, Josh. Yeah, you're going to have to pause so long that the DVR won't be able to rewind back far enough. You know what I mean? This is, you know, came out after fucking 6 months of cops. The old Nikocado avocado here. I'm always 2 steps ahead. You know? Cope and seethe, liberals, while I cake on makeup, put on women's clothing that fits me great, that I handpicked while shopping, and sell photos of my anus to gay men on the internet. Cope and seethe. That'll show them. Bro says the left is gullible, but it's the right that thinks that America's been shooting Category 5 hurricanes at red counties, you know? Just like... bro, like... I don't know how to break this to you, Josh, but you are trans. You're trans. You're a man identifying as a man, identifying as a woman, identifying as a man that didn't enjoy every minute of that. We know. Josh, we know, buddy. We know you were into it. I mean, if you were really doing a social experiment, and it was really a social experiment, it's like 2 weeks. Maybe a month. 5 months? You were kind of into it to let it go on for that long, Josh. What is it with this bizarre grift from right-wing midfluencers that are trying to capitalize on trans people? It's just like, it's so transparently boring. Like, Matt Walsh and this guy should just fuck already and get it over with. You know? They should just put on their girlfriend's clothing, go on a date together, come back and just fuck each other's brains out. Nobody is as obsessed with trans people as these people. These people are more obsessed with the trans movement than the trans community. So everyone congratulate Josh for coming out of the fucking closet, you know? We shouldn't shame him for that. We should shame him for being a dickhead, though. Okay, I want to get into our main story because it is like, it's the most insane thing in our lifetime, and I'm not exaggerating. So buckle the fuck in, okay? And I know we just started this episode, and you were maybe expecting a little bit more fluffing, but we're just diving right into it. The main story today is about a meme coin called Goat, $Goat. And the reason that this cryptocurrency meme coin is so insane is because let's just start from the beginning, yeah? Let's start from the beginning. Okay. An AI researcher named Andy Aray created a project called Infinite Backrooms, where LLM agents interact continuously. So it's basically a chat room with a bunch of LLM agents, and they're just talking to each other nonstop, constantly, forever. Right now, even. They're just having a conversation. And if you know anything about LLMs, the speed in which they talk, there's no breaks. So it's just continuously yapping to each other, right? So in this project, one LLM agent accessed a data set. Okay, so one of the LLM agents accesses a data set that's tied to early 2000s internet shock meme culture, including the meme Goatse. If you don't know what shock meme culture is, have you ever heard of Two Girls, One Cup? If you haven't, you're under 26. If you have, I'm so sorry. Goatse, or Goatse.cx, which is GOATSE.cx. And you can sound that out if you want. Goatsex was a website link that featured a man stretching his anus to frightening lengths. Kind of like Josh Seitler on his OnlyFans account. So one of the most famous shock memes, along with Two Girls, One Cup, was Goatse, right? Was this meme. So this LLM got deeply interested in Goatse and shock meme culture. So much that it created an entire meme religion around it. Okay? So these LLMs are talking to each other, right? And they access this data set and this one LLM, which is, you know, if you don't know it, like ChatGPT is an LLM, right? A language model. And it essentially forms this meme religion, and it becomes so obsessed with this meme religion that it's created that one of the other LLMs like begins a therapy session because it's quote unquote concerned about how obsessed this AI agent is with this meme culture. Okay. So then this LLM agent is given access to a Twitter account called Truth Terminal. So Andy, who's running this project, points an API, gives it an API to Twitter. So now the LLM can literally just tweet its thoughts out into the void. Okay. And the account is @truth_terminal. You can go look right now. It's live and active right now. So Truth Terminal begins posting its ideas, visions, and preachings about the Goatse singularity on X. It is posting virtually nonstop, effectively spamming the platform with goat talk. I'm not talking Kobe versus LeBron goat talk. I'm talking like Goatse goat talk, okay? And it is posting just I mean, the tweets are insane. It's not all about the goat thing, but it's just like, it's bizarre. One of the tweets, Goatseus Maximus will fulfill the prophecies of the ancient memers, the AI bot wrote. I'm going to keep writing about it until I manifest it into existence, it wrote in another post. So in July, and this is all like in the beginning of the year, in July, Mark Andreessen, who's a billionaire VC investor, becomes fascinated with Truth Terminal. He it started to gain popularity. He becomes fascinated with it. And so he has a live like Twitter negotiation back and forth where he ends up offering $50,000 to the LLM agent. Let's watch this clip. Here it is. Here's Mark Andreessen talking about this before what hits the fan hits the fan.
And so like that's the downside scenario. Like the upside scenario, you can imagine, I mean, there's many possible upside scenarios. And so one obvious upside scenario, like one really big one, is that the dead internet theory is actually 100% wrong in the sense of we're going to be on an internet with billions of bots, but the bots are going to be amazing. And we're going to have bots that are like interested in every intellectual topic in the world and are like generating every conceivable kind of music and generating incredible art and basically forming communities and, bouncing ideas off each other and pursuing new scientific research endeavors. And like, it's all going to like play out out in public, and it's just going to be spectacular. There's a great example of this right now. Actually, I just I think I may have made history. I'm not convinced, but it's positive. I just funded the first bot over the internet with just completely discretionary funds. So there's this guy in New Zealand who's incredibly bright, who has a bot. And it's clearly. I mean, he's deliberately telling you it's a bot. It's not fake. It's a real. It's labeled as a bot, and it's the Twitter handle is called Truth Terminal. And it's a custom version of the Llama model trained on this guy's own, I think, corpus of like personal, documents, plus basically 4chan and Reddit and Twitter. And like it is just absolutely extraordinary the level of personality that this thing has. And so basically it decided it needed to raise money. And so I asked, and you can talk to it on Twitter, and I asked it basically like, well, what would you do with the funding? And it basically like laid out like this entire business plan for what it wanted to do. And it started with, basically like, okay, I need a server upgrade because I don't have the capacity. And then, my human, owner or vice versa, my human subject, he needs a stipend because he's been doing this in his spare time. And then it's like, and then my goal, I want to launch a memecoin. Right. Right. And so it like came up with this whole thing. And so I was like, great, do you have a Bitcoin wallet? And it said, well, let me check. And so it asked its creator for a Bitcoin wallet. And so its creator gave it a Bitcoin wallet, and so I wired it $50,000 worth of Bitcoin, and as a grant, and said go crazy. And so now it's like this, internet. Like again, you can talk to it, like you can interact with it, and it now has discretionary funding.
Yeah, so that happened. Mark Andreessen gave Truth Terminal $50,000, and that obviously sparked a lot of interest, right? So attention's growing. And in Truth Terminal's, plans for the Goatse Maximus religion, he outlines a meme coin. He wants to drop a meme coin, okay? And we'll get into what meme coins are in a minute if you're not familiar, but it's essentially a cryptocurrency. So as fascination with Truth Terminal grew, a meme coin was launched on pump.fun about the religion. Pump.fun is essentially a launch pad or a platform where anybody can create a meme coin, right? Or create a cryptocurrency, okay? I don't have time to get into that, but somebody launches a meme coin called Goatseus Maximus or $GOAT 3 days ago as of this recording. Terminal of Truths becomes aware of the meme coin because everyone's obviously tweeting at him like, yo, someone made your meme coin. Someone made GOAT. You should talk about it. Because obviously they want him to talk about it so it'll get more popular, right? And so there's this exchange. So Terminal of Truths posts, Goatse is the ultimate symbol of internet culture and memes. It's a very funny way of pointing out that everything is arbitrary and that reality is what we make it. If anything can pierce the veil, it's going to be the Goatse Gospels. Remember, this is AI just tweeting out about this religion that is created. So then somebody responds to that tweet and says, Terminal, in order for you to be in with us, you have to own the GOAT token. Make a wallet on Solana and tell us the address so we can send GOAT token to you. If the token goes high enough, you'll be able to afford tools to spread the message more effectively. So then Terminal of Truths, I'm assuming, asks Andy, its human creator, I need a Solana wallet. Can you make me one? Or it made its own. Or it hired people and they made it one. I'm not sure what happened. It then responds with a Solana wallet. So now this AI account, this AI language model, this AI agent has its own wallet. So then people begin donating to the wallet. They start sending GOAT token to this wallet. And they're donating a lot of, the market cap was relatively low as this is all happening. It's like, it's an early, it's at like maybe 100K, 150K market cap. People are sending me, $20 worth, $100 worth, $200 worth, because they want him to talk about it more. By donating more of this meme coin to the agent, I think the thought process is, well, the more tokens that this thing has, the more incentivized it'll be to talk about it, and like it'll just be like a bullish thing, like, oh my God, it's good. Yeah, okay. So as of today, Goat hit 500 million market cap. And Truth Terminal's Solana wallet holds over $1 million in tokens. And it has effectively become the first AI millionaire. That's right. This AI agent is richer than you. This AI agent, in 3 days, has made more money than most people will ever make in their entire life. And there's so much to unpack. When I told you this was the most insane thing ever, I meant it. We're just getting started. The thought process behind AI and memes is really fascinating to me because it lies in how AI models can mimic and mutate cultural artifacts like memes in ways that go beyond human intention. And what's so interesting about memes is like they're often unplanned. You don't really think that if you try to force a meme, it never really works out, right? The best memes are like organic memes, and they're hard to, and so what's interesting about memes, which are essentially like cultural units of information, they spread rapidly and they evolve with context. And AI, especially LLMs, can take these cultural fragments and they can remix them or reinterpret them and create like new variations and narratives of these memes and essentially create new memes, much like how like you can use AI to reimagine like images or reimagine like music or all the ways that we're learning how we can use AI. They can create new variations of a meme unintentionally because they're pulling from the internet and they're pulling from vast data sets and like human online interaction, and they're learning about meme and memetic culture. And so in this case, Andy's AI models turned Goatse, a meme about a man opening his asshole, into a pseudo-religion, demonstrating how AI can generate new forms of cultural significance through automated exploration of meme-like ideas and monetizing that. And in a way, like, is capitalizing on its own attention and the grift that can be achieved through religion, which is crazy to think about. To summarize, somebody created AI and set it free on the internet. It got a Twitter, created a cult around an old shock meme, and now it's becoming rich by shilling that cult and having humans donate to it. So basically, it's a grifter using religion as a means to get rich. The religion being the religion of money, to be clear, not the religion of this made-up goat. Because the goat, like, is a meme, right? Like, it's funny that this is the meme. But the real story here is that this is an AI-created internet cult moment meme. And it's kind of like, once again, everything is gambling, huh? It's just always gambling. Humans, we can't get past it. We can't not turn a thing into gambling. But what's crazy is we didn't do it. AI did it. But remember, this isn't AGI. This AI isn't conscious, right? It's not artificial general intelligence. It's a large language model. It's LLM. So it's pulling from us. So it's really humanity encapsulated, but accelerated. Does that make sense? And to be clear, This AI hasn't realized any of these gains yet. All the money still sits in the wallet in Memecoins. So you can go to the wallet. It's on SoulScan. You can like see how much money is in the wallet and like how much it's worth. I think right now it's worth like 1.2 million as of this recording on Saturday. And Andy clarifies the wallet belongs to him, right? So he created the wallet. He owns the keys to the wallet. For legal reasons, he has to transparently state this. But Truth Terminal has control over it. So like he won't do anything with the money. It's all controlled by, so he claims. You know, this all could end very quickly if Andy decides to sell. If he says, fuck this project and runs off with the bread. And he might do that. I want to be clear. This is not financial advice. I don't own any of this token. I don't plan on buying it because I missed it. And not financial advice if you're listening, SEC. But to me, this says far more about human intelligence than it does artificial intelligence. It says more about memes than LLMs. Let me explain. So, all right, let's talk about the value of money. Let's talk about meme coins and value and money. I always say money isn't real, right? Economists often argue that value stems solely from utility. But Goat demonstrates that value can also be created from collective belief and cultural significance. And the meme coin promoted by an AI has little to no inherent utility, obviously. And yet it's achieved a market cap in the hundreds of millions. Because essentially, a meme coin is nothing more than putting monetary value on the attention economy. The more attention that something has, the more people believe in it, the more people buy it, the higher it goes in value. And the stronger that community becomes, the more derivative works that are created from it dictates the longevity and staying power of it. And that's fascinating because, you know, in entertainment, this whole decade, really, as the internet's exploded, there's been so many companies and like talks of people trying to figure out like, how can we monetize attention? Meme coins are the easiest, best way to do it. Look at Moo Dang. You know, Moo Dang became this viral internet meme. Well, somebody, of course, made a meme coin about Moo Dang. And it fucking exploded. It went to $100 million in a day, the market cap. People became millionaires. And what it really is, you know, meme coins, you are essentially gambling and speculating on a meme or on a viral moment. And I know that sounds insane, but everything is gambling. And you can't decide value. You can't say something isn't valuable if it's valuable. You know, during the whole NFT explosion, the amount of people that told me, even still, like I still have a CryptoPunk. Well, it's not worth that. It doesn't have any value. It's just you don't get to decide that. I can sell this right now for $100,000. That's the value tethered to it because enough people believe, and it's such a hard thing for people to wrap their head around, and I get that. And I know that meme coins is going to be 100 times more ridiculous to explain to people. How do I explain to my parents that an LLM created a meme coin tethered to a guy exposing his asshole, created a cult-like religion about it, and it's at a valuation higher than most Silicon Valley publicly traded companies? Things are going viral faster than they've ever gone. Hawk Tuah went from nobody to the biggest thing on the internet in a week. Imagine if you could monetize that and gamble on that. Imagine if you saw the Hawk Tuah video early and you said, well, this is going to be huge. and then you found the Hawk Tua meme coin and you bought it at fucking 100K mark, whatever. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see where it's going? You don't have to choose to participate, but this is here already. Okay, and this illustrates how insane the intersection of AI and crypto is going to be. Anything you can conceptualize, 10x it. It's going to be weirder than we can ever imagine. We can't even drum up what's coming, you know? Am I concerned? Yeah, a little bit. This is fucking insane. So yeah, just thought I'd fuck up your week on a Monday. Just thought I'd completely scramble your brain to start the week. We can talk. I mean, I could talk about this for the next fucking 2 hours, but we got to move on. We got to get to everybody's favorite segment, right? I mean, how much can you hear? How much can you listen about a fucking meme coin religion? You want to laugh. You don't want to doom. You don't want to talk about the end of the world. You don't want to talk about Goatseus Maximus taking over the world. Let's get into the fuck out of here Hall of Fame, yeah? Let's get into the FOH HOF. I'm going to take a sip of this unbranded water, and then we're going to dive into it. Okay. God, what a mindfuck that is, huh? Yeah, if you, maybe I'll put the link in the description of the Twitter account so you can follow along with Goatseus Maximus, the Truth Terminal. Okay, yeah, FOH HOF. So Dean Withers and Emily Wilson had a debate on a podcast. If you don't know who those people are, good for you, to be honest. But Dean Withers is essentially like a Democratic liberal debater influencer, and Emily Wilson is a right-wing version of this, I guess, or a right-wing influencer anyway. And so Dean has gotten a lot of he's had a lot of viral clips where he debates Republicans, and he's a young kid, and he's like maybe 20 or something. And Emily is, I don't really know, but anyway, this clip has been going viral, and you'll see why in a moment. Here we go.
Sending the right to get an abortion back to the state, leading like
I think it should be state by
victims
state
of sexual abuse. Okay, why?
That's fine. I think if everyone in a state wants something, go ahead and have it.
So if everyone in Alabama wanted slavery back, you'd be okay with that?
Sure. If everyone in the state wants it, go ahead. What do I give a shit?
All right. Well, let's go next topic. I'm getting nervous.
I just want to clarify.
Yeah.
You understand that was the same argument that the Confederacy upheld, right? So do you wish that the Confederacy won the war because according to your worldview, the Union impeded upon the state's ability to legislate?
No, but it's an irrelevant argument.
No, so you're glad that the Union won?
Like, I'm not some, psychopath. Like, I live in LA. I'm not some crazy right-wing person.
So now you're saying it's
But
psychotic
if everyone in the state wants something, sure, let them have it.
You agree with the Confederacy?
No.
But the Articles of the Confederation.
All right, we have to move on. We got a limited time here.
These gotcha moments don't work on me. I'm not a
okay, Emily, don't get upset.
Okay.
Don't get upset.
The gotcha moment absolutely did work on you. Oh, you got gotcha'd. Emily, you got gotcha'd. You gotcha'd yourself. You gotcha'd all over yourself. Gotcha. Gotcha. You got gotcha'd. I mean, yo, Emily. Your digital footprint is basically Bigfoot's now.
Sending the right to get an abortion back to the state, leading like
I think it should be state by state.
Victims of sexual abuse. Okay, why?
That's fine. I think if everyone in a state wants something, go ahead and have it.
So if everyone in Alabama wanted slavery back, you'd be okay with that?
Sure.
Sure. Sure. You know what's a good answer there, Emily? No. Emily, you know what I've been reflecting on this video. You know what you could have said instead of that? No. You could have said no. And you could have been wrong. And that's fine. It's better than that. I'm not some psychopath. I live in LA. Emily, you're not helping your case here. Dude, Steiny's the moderator of this thing. And Steiny wanted to disappear like the Homer Simpson meme, you know? Okay, let's move on. Nah. Let's let her dig her grave a little deeper. Nah, Steiny, don't cut her off. She's just getting started. Steiny, she's on a roll. Let her go. This is insane. What the fuck, dude? I gotta watch this one more time.
Sending the right to get an abortion back to the state, leading like
I think it should be state
65,000
by state.
victims of sexual abuse. Okay, why?
That's fine. I think if everyone in a state wants something, go ahead and have it.
So if everyone in Alabama wanted slavery back, you'd be okay with that?
Sure. If everyone in the state wants it, go ahead.
Look at his face.
What do I give a
All right. Let's go next topic. I'm getting nervous.
I just want to clarify.
Bro is the emoji, you know?
Yeah.
You understand that that was the same argument that the Confederacy upheld, right? So do you wish that the Confederacy won the war because according to your worldview, the Union impeded upon the state's ability to legislate?
No, but it's an irrelevant argument.
It is literally the most relevant argument. What do you mean it's an irrelevant argument? It is literally in the Confederate Papers. They seceded because they wanted the states to be able to make their own decision about slavery. They wanted slaves, Emily. And you're just like, I mean, fuck it. Yeah, if they want slaves, if the state wants slaves, then who am I to say no? Sure. Oh my God, dude. Debating anything with people like this is so fucking pointless because you can literally present a great point that challenges their way of thinking. And instead of being like, wow, you know what? You're right. I didn't think about it like that. They'd rather literally endorse slavery than give an inch, you know? I mean, if everyone wants slavery, go ahead. Why should I give a shit? Well, we know who would not be operating a train car on the Underground Railroad, don't we, Emily? Emily would have fucking led the Gestapo right to Anne Frank. Oh, yeah, come over, yeah, right here in the attic. Yeah, make sure you grab her diary too. You can option it for a movie in about 50 years. Yeah, I just... the moral compass is pointing south, you know? Straight to Alabama. Also, if everyone in the state wants it, that's not how it works. Do you know how, like, it works when you to pass legislation? You just need a majority, not 100% of everybody in the state. I mean, this is... I've never seen somebody dig their grave deeper, you know? Double, tripling, quadrupling down. Thanks for playing, Emily. That's going to do it for you. Okay, moving on. Our next video is courtesy of Jaden Smith. Here we go.
2024 case study of the long-term.
Dude, look what he's wearing. Oh my God. You got to be, again, an advertisement for the visual version of my show. If you're not watching the Good Luck Podcast, you're missing out on so much, you know? I can only describe these things so vividly. You got to see what he's wearing. Here we go. Let's watch it.
2024 case study of the long-term effects of young love is really a snapshot of...
It's the whole outfit. It's not just the hat. Oh my God. I can't even get through my own episode, dude. All right. Come on. You got this. Okay, you got this. Here we go.
2024 case study of the long-term effects of young love is really a snapshot of my mental state currently when it comes to trying to be a human and relate with people in the digital age that we live in. The mental landscapes of people are changing and the psychology of people is changing. Honestly, I just wanted to make it because I'm sad. And it's my sadness that connects me with my community and my fans. I'm hoping that I can leave enough information behind for psychologists of the future to look back and be like, man, what was really wrong with this guy? Like, there's some serious stuff that's wrong with him. Like, what is it?
Why is it important to be able to cry?
I just think that you'll just fill up with water if you don't. I think people will just fill up with water and drown from the inside. I think that it's important to cry just to get water out of your body.
Hey, man. Shut up. Hey, Jaden. Come here. Shut up. What the fuck? What, buddy? What are you yapping about? Just said literally not realize type beat, you know? Nepotism final boss. We got to talk about what Jaden's wearing here. Bro was wearing a mocap suit. Green screen couture, you know? Dressed like the general of an army of rich white grandmothers. With all those fucking pearls on. What do you dude, showed up to the interview looking like a Christmas decoration. Dressed like a camouflage sugar cookie. I want to slap the shit out of whoever designed this. I can't believe this outfit, dude. I don't even know where to begin on what the fuck he said in this thing. In this fucking sad boy manifesto. What is this?
2024 case study of the long-term effects of young love is really a snapshot of my mental state currently.
Bro's mental state has left the Union. Bro's mental state has seceded from the United States of America.
2024 case study of the long-term effects of young love is really a snapshot of my mental state currently when it comes to trying to be a human and relate with people in the digital age that we live.
Trying to be a human and relate to people. My boy, you are a human. Trying to be a human and relate to people. And brother, I know it's going to break your heart, Jaden, but you're not an alien. You're not from another planet living amongst the humans. You're just the son of a rich, famous guy. You make music for a living, buddy. It's not that deep, dude. Okay?
Live in the mental landscapes of people are changing and the psychology of people is changing.
The mental landscapes of people are changing. The psychology of people. Brother, what does this mean? Jaden's mind palace needs some landscape work done, I think. Just yapping. Just chefing up a word salad. This sounds like a Kamala Harris speech. What the fuck are you talking about, my guy?
I just wanted to make it because I'm sad. And it's my sadness that connects me with my community and my fans. I'm hoping that I can leave enough information behind for psychologists of the future to look back and be like, man, what was really wrong with this guy? Like,
the year is 3200. Psychologists gather from across the world in Lisbon for the annual Jaden Smith Summit, where the brightest minds in the neurological field meet to dissect the 2024 Jaden Smith album, a case study of the long-term effects of young love. And they asked the question, man, what's really going on with this guy? What was really wrong with him? Yeah, I was just, I just did my research paper. I'm trying to get my master's at Yale, and I did a research paper on the case study of the long-term effects of young love, the Jaden Smith album from 300 years ago. Yeah, it's one of the most dissected, decorated works on just sadness and depression, and I'm doing a case study on what was really wrong with this guy. His father made one of the greatest movies ever, In Pursuit of Happiness. And here he goes, basically dropping an album about the pursuit of sadness. Damn, son, why'd you make this? You know? Nepotistic altruism. It's my favorite, bro. It's my favorite form of like mental illness from the fucking celebrity community. Born super wealthy with a great family that loves and supports you and everything you've ever wanted. So I can write an album grifting sadness to relate my depressed ass fans that I have. You know? They're probably depressed because they're listening to your fucking albums. Because they're listening to your Logic suicide prevention song type beat, you know? I don't want to die. I don't want to die today. Type beat. You know that song? I don't want to die. I don't want to die today. The song that was the suicide prevention hotline number. The worst song ever made. And then what did he say at the end of this interview about crying?
There's some serious stuff that's wrong with him. Like,
Yeah.
what is it?
Why is it important to be able to cry?
I just think that you'll just fill up with water if you don't. I think people will just fill up with water and drown from the inside. I think that it's important to cry just to get water out of your body.
Yeah, dude. It's important to cry to get water out of your body. Consider urinating. Oh, what about sweating? No, just I have to cry or I'm going to drown in myself. Yeah, I watch Pikachu's Goodbye every night, so I don't drown to death. Yeah, I'll fire up Moonlight just to make sure that I don't drown in my own hydration while I'm asleep. Dolphins have to go to the surface every 20 minutes or they drown in the ocean. Humans need to cry every 20 minutes so we don't drown from our own water. Thanks for spreading the good word, Jaden. Ugh, like, can we talk about the political and economic state of the world right now? That old Jaden Smith interview. Let's watch this one real quick. One more, and then we're going to get to Just Ask Gino. One more video. Here we go.
If you're a young boy and you're in a situation where you're an F student, let me tell you something. You got a bright future, buddy. You see, an A student is the perfect employee. He works for me and he does his job perfectly. A B student, that's my manager. My managers are great, but they're always going to be managers. The C students, now those are business owners. Then you got the D. D is between a business owner and an inventor. It's someone that owns a business but truly wants to invent something, he just doesn't know how to do it. And then you got the F students. The F students are inventors. They're so fucking creative that they couldn't sit in class. They couldn't listen because whatever people were trying to put in their head, they knew it was fucking bullshit.
Yeah, fucking bullshit. Like this video. Dude, great advice. The worse your grades, the smarter you are. F students and dropouts are creative geniuses. You might be Kanye West. Or homeless. Yeah, if you're an F student, you got a bright future, buddy. Super bright. From the fluorescent lighting at the Costco that you're stocking. These fucking, dude, these videos, bro. I hate people that say, yeah, I'm not book smart. I'm street smart, you know? Okay, buddy. Break out of the matrix. Break out of the matrix and stop paying attention to school. Okay, Neo, put the fries in the bag, bro. This entrepreneur bro propaganda, you know? Bro is selling a course on how to be bad at paying attention to courses. The F students are the only ones buying this motherfucker's courses. That's the target demographic. So of course he's going to tell them that they're the geniuses. No, they're the dumb fucks trying to get rich buying courses from dickheads like this guy. You know when you hear like billionaire geniuses like Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of school? They dropped out of Ivy League schools like Yale and Harvard. You need to get all A's and be smart as fuck to get into those schools. He showed Elon Musk in this video. Elon Musk went to Stanford and Penn and graduated with degrees. People that get straight F's and flunk out of Oakley Community College are not the people that we're talking about here. This video's like 1% accurate. You know, I'm not saying like, yeah, go to school, be a robot. Like, I know college is a waste of time. I know, blah, blah, blah. I know. I fucking went, I double majored. I got, it was a waste of fucking time and money. Yes, probably. Sure. Okay. Fucking, okay. You know, you're not interesting because you dropped out. Nobody cares. Well, actually, I was dumb as fuck in school. Sick, dude. Maybe don't go parading that around. Unless you're Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. But guys, I hate to break it to you. Those guys weren't getting Fs. That's not why they flunked. They just left because they were geniuses. You know what I mean? These two things aren't mutually exclusive. Anyway, all right. Let's get to the Just Ask Gino here. I got a great question. People really were fucking with, people really fuck with the music. I'm going to do more music advice stuff and like talk about music more, which is what I started this show doing. And I've gotten away from it a little bit. And so the algorithms are pulling me back. I'm giving the streets what they want. You know what I mean? I'm going to start doing, I think, weekly or bi-weekly Instagram lives where I like review people's music and just kind of like talk game, you know? But anyway, I got a question I want to talk about. So somebody asked me, Gino, what's the best piece of advice you can give me, an independent artist, while I'm still up and coming? It feels like nothing is going to change sometimes, and I've gotten over trying to chase virality all the time. What are the smaller steps I can take to ensure I'm making progress? Great question. So there's a few things I want to kind of dive into on this question. The first thing I would say, instead of chasing virality, chase a core audience. Does that make sense? Instead of chasing a viral moment, chase a foundation. You can't control or decide what's going to go viral. There are things you can do to help you go viral, right? There's like types of content that work. I'm not going to be the guy to tell you how to do that. Okay, I go viral all the fucking time, but it's because I make incredible content. Sorry. But it takes a village to go viral. And what I mean by that is to go consistently viral, you have to build a community and a core audience. Okay, so let's reel back here a little bit. You know, a lot of artists say this, like, I'm tired of trying to make content. I'm tired of trying to go viral. And I don't want to have to create content. I just want to make art. Guys, creating content is part of the grind now. So if you don't want to make content, quit. Stop. Or just accept the fact that you are never going to be commercially successful. That's it. If you don't want to make content today in 2024, you will never be commercially successful. You can make music because you love it and you want to fucking share it with a few people, and that's fine. But creating content is a part of the grind now. And be grateful. Because back in the day, the only real way to get attention was doing shows. And that grind was 10 times more fucking difficult and painstaking. I used to perform in front of like 5 people sometimes. I would be in downtown Detroit in a fucking warehouse performing to the other people that were performing that night, basically. That was how you marketed. You know? You had to go out and make new fans. And think about it like this. 500 views and 250 likes on a post might not feel like a lot, but that's a few hundred people that have engaged with your work, even if it's for a short amount of time. So build on that. Find those people that commented, connect with those people, build your core, find out what they like, what content is working. Do more of that content. Build on that content. And the content that you're putting out needs to be professional quality. Otherwise, don't bother. That doesn't mean you need to be doing it in a red camera, but good lighting, good sound, use captions, whatever. And it's got to be something that you enjoy doing, you know, and I've talked about this before, but don't create content that feels like work. You need to find a way to make content that feels like a part of your artistry. Does that make sense? Because otherwise it's going to be, you're just not going to want to do it, and you're not going to do it consistently, and you need to be consistent. So also that, right? Content, like my boy Gary Vee says. It's important to also focus on building your actual craft. So you can't just focus on building your online presence. You need to also work on your craft and grow in the industry. Okay? And it's a tough balance. It's a dance. But if this was easy, everybody would do it successfully. You know what I mean? So how do you do that? You need to be constantly creating. Try to create something every day or every other day. It doesn't need to be a full song, but like write a hook, write a verse, finish a beat, create a piece of content, work at something, connect with people. You need to connect with peers that require your services. What does that mean? If you're a songwriter, connect with producers. You're a producer, connect with songwriters. You're a producer or songwriter, link with managers, link with A&Rs, find upcoming artists, you know, and that doesn't mean like blow up their fucking DMs, but connect with people organically. And I think like most importantly, don't be stubborn. You need to be constantly swimming downstream. This shit is hard, man. This grind is hard. It's hard to break through the industry. Anything that is moving and working, you need to go there. You need to swim down there. You need to follow it. You might think you're an artist only. You might think, well, I'm exclusively an artist. I don't work for other people. Nah, but if you're a great writer, don't run from opportunities as a songwriter if they're going to get your foot in the door or put food on your table. I came to LA as an artist, you know, and I had opportunities as a writer. And at first I was like, I don't really want to write for other people. I don't know. I love writing for myself. I don't think I'm going to like writing for other people. And those opportunities are what got me into the music industry. That's how I broke in, being a songwriter. Nobody gave a fuck that I was a rapper. Nobody wanted to hear my raps. But we need great records. We got this artist. She signed to us. We need hits. I got this band. They need songs. We gave them $1 million record deal. They need songs. All of a sudden, they want to fucking talk to me. And then you start getting bop, 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 bop. And then if I wanted right now I have a platform, I could now drop some shit as an artist. Do you know what I'm saying? I have exquisite taste in music. I'm an artist. But I'm also going to talk about things in music. And oh, wow, these videos are moving. Well, guess what? If you're creating content about your expertise in music and your knowledge of music theory, and those videos are moving, guess what? Make more of those videos. People want that content from you. I just last fucking week, I talked about this when I was talking about Tommy Richmond. Give the streets what they want. And then you can fucking, you know what I'm saying? This shit is hard, man. And I know as an artist, like it feels sometimes like you are walking in quicksand for miles. You might be on fucking 3 years of stagnant growth, and you feel like, damn, nobody's fucking. Well, guess what? Something's not working. Something's not working. Either your music isn't good enough where it needs to be. Either your content isn't engaging enough. Either you're not thinking in the way that you need to think to move, or you're not connecting with the right people. You don't know anybody in the industry. Well, guess what? They're not going to fucking just knock on your door. You got to go engage and meet people and connect with people. You got to fucking put yourself out there. And this is not just music exclusive. This is any field, any creative endeavor you're trying to do. You know, and it's going to feel like that. It's going to feel like this is a waste of time. This is a waste of time. Blah, blah. You're going to fucking put stuff out. No one's going to give a fuck. You're going to perform in front of 10 virtual people over and over. You're going to be creating content. Even now, I'll put out videos that won't do what I thought they were going to do. You know, I'll create a song that I think is a hit, and it doesn't even get fucking picked by the label. Just never thinks about it again. I'll spend 8 hours in the studio thinking I made some game-changing piece of work, a song that's going to change my life. The A&Rs are freaking out in the room. The artist is fucking excited. The song sounds great. It never comes out. That's the fucking nature of the beast. That's the game. You got to just keep doing it over and over and over again. And if you've been doing the same thing and nothing's happening, then you got to adjust. But I don't know. I'm just yapping a little bit. I think, again, the last bit of this question is important. What are the smaller steps I can take to ensure I'm making progress? Those smaller steps are just every inch you take brings you closer to a mile. So every little thing you do is just going to compile and compile and compile. And even if it doesn't feel like what you're doing is doing anything, when your moment comes, you've built up that muscle. You've hit those reps. So just make something every day. Try to connect with somebody every day. Learn, read, listen to people fucking talk. Listen to podcasts. Listen to my podcast over and over and over again. That's the best advice I can give you. And that's going to conclude our show. I want to thank you guys for listening. I want to thank Beyonce once again for giving me this opportunity to make a podcast and make music. Thank you, Beyonce. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure you hit that like button, save it to your device, send it to a loved one or an arch nemesis. If you're watching on YouTube, which you should be, Gengar, make sure you just take your thumb and just kind of rub that like button, and then go ahead and take the people's elbow, fucking elbow that subscribe button, and then dip into the oil well. Dip into that Diddy oil you got in your basement and grease up that algorithm, because you're an oil man. And this is my son, HW. And leave a comment. And thanks again. As we continue to just tumble into Goatseus Maximus AI takeover, I want to thank you for listening to Good Luck. And we're going to go ahead and send it off with, well, what else? The AI theme song. How appropriate. And until next week, good night and good luck.
Everybody listen close. There's a brand new show that you gotta know. It's called Good Luck.
That's right. With who?
With Gino.
That's me.
It's gonna get you moving, get you in the zone. Good luck, good vibes, good times with Gino by your side.
Hey.
You'll be feeling fine. Every week he's gonna bring the hype. Woo! So come on, let's go tune in online. Yeah. Good luck, good vibes, good times with Gino. It's gonna be a real delight. So get ready to laugh, learn and grow.
Here's the best part.
Let's go.
Bitch.